as the content creator, social media attorney for you, I couldn't let the day go by without explaining to you the legal reasons why Drake's, SZA, Taylor Swift's music is gone from your TikToks, and explain this dispute, this beef that TikTok is having with Universal Music Group, which is the company that distributes the music for those artists. So if you're interested in that, 3 things I think that you can do as a content creator today going forward until and hopefully this dispute works itself out. Stay tuned to this video. Come and discuss it. Hi, this is JJ Gat. So if you're new here, as I stated in intro, that this account helps fellow content creators understand the laws, rules, and regulations related to their content creation journey, the management deals and brand deals and Federal Trade Commission rules and regulations, just decoding it, because there are not a lot of channels on YouTube and on social media generally that helps fellow creators. And so I'm here for you to demystify that. I am not your attorney specifically, but I do have legal background, practiced law for several years, and so I can be that intermediate for you. So if you're interested in that type of content, I want to invite you to subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell if you're watching this on YouTube, so you get alerted whenever I upload a new video. You ready? All right. So I think before we get into the meat and potatoes of the dispute, let's quickly talk about why you are able to, in the first place, for free, use artists' music on your TikToks without having to pay them specifically, like how you arrange for that. If you are not new to this channel, you know that I talk a lot about the rights that content creators and artists create content, the copyrights that you get when you produce a piece of content. You have the right to distribute it, to decide who gets to use it and when and where it shows up, and most importantly, you have the right to make money off of it. So if I was a pop artist and I created this song that creates nostalgic memory in people, and my song enables people to just watch your content longer, actually tune in and pay attention because they remember it, because music is important, and I want to make money, of course it'd be very difficult for me to negotiate with you and all the other millions of creators out there on various different platforms. So what I would do is use the record label's distribution company, which in this case is Universal Music Groups, to negotiate those deals with the platforms, with Meta, which is WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook, with Snap, with X, which is formerly known as Twitter, with YouTube, with TikTok. And I should say that UMG is one of the biggest. It represents the third of the major artists in the world. Sony Music is out there, Warner Music is out there. There's lots of other independent labels, and there's conglomerates that represent independent artists out there as well. But it's a big deal. And so they will make sure that I get paid, and we're all cool, we're all gravy. It's symbiotic, the whole creator economy. Everyone relies on everybody else. However, occasionally licenses, which allows creators and people using the platform to use 15 seconds, 30 seconds, maybe a full minute, maybe a full song on their content, breaks down. We, who are quote unquote third-party beneficiaries of their agreements, are affected. It's similar to when, for example, there's this thing called retransmission consent between the cable providers or the streaming services and the people who manage and distribute programming, like the football game, for example, and all of a sudden Monday night football is missing if you have X, Y, and Z cable provider who you use. Now, it's a similar sort of situation. We're just stuck in the middle and we really can't do anything about it. Let's get into the dispute. Like, what is the issue? Recently, Universal Music Group as an open letter to its community of artists, said that it's time to pump the brakes on TikTok, and it said that it wasn't planning to renew the agreement that expired yesterday, January 31st. And they had 3 concerns. Concern 1, that they didn't feel like the rates were comparable to what they're getting from other platforms, Meta and perhaps YouTube. 2, they said that they felt like the proliferation of things like artificial intelligence, AI, is messing things up for their artists under their label. TikTok perhaps isn't doing enough to protect its artists from AI and deep fakes and things like that. And then 3, just general things you probably heard from lawmakers and from parents, that they're just concerned about TikTok just being a platform, and that's not the best for young audiences, just for users generally. And they also said that, don't worry, artists, 1% of our revenue comes from TikTok.
Essentially, they were saying it should be more than that. 1% is kind of like too small for how big TikTok is. And it's making a lot of money, and it's advertising revenue, and we should be getting a bigger cut.
We all know that it's more than just money, that going viral on TikTok can enable an artist, especially an up-and-coming rising artist, to be able to get more shows, to book more deals. Just, you can do a lot more than just get money by having your music on the TikTok platform. So anyway, so that's their side. TikTok responded a couple of days ago with their own message saying that no, this isn't about money. This is about UMG being greedy, and that they are artists first and they do the best to the artists first. And then also that they are setting up their artists to not be able to connect with 1 billion users on TikTok. So that's where we are. So it's up to you to decide whose side that you choose. But what I'm here for you, because I'm representing the interests of the creators, is tell you 3 things that you can do today going forward until this dispute works itself out. All right. So here's what I suggest for you. First thing you can do is actually nothing. As you know, if you use Reels, that sometimes there's disputes in the background, but disputes works themselves out, and at some point your music just comes back miraculously without you having to do anything. So this may just blow over. Content, if your TikTok did well once, it can do well again. And so this may be a wonderful opportunity for you to revive those TikToks, swap out the song for a new song. I do realize that could be a challenge, because a lot of times the lyrics, the specific lyrics to a song, is integral to the video, to the TikTok itself. For example, my sister went on vacation recently and she came back and she was watching her bags on the baggage carousel, and the song that she used in her TikTok or whatever video she had it on was perfect for it. So listen here. So yeah, so if that artist was a UMG artist, then that meant that she would have to find an entirely different song and a different artist song to represent that same interest, and that could be hard exercise. So that's the second option. Option 3 is to actually delete it. There is a school of thought among social media strategists, especially if you're like me, who is starting over a new niche. This channel first talked about Pinterest marketing, then I did YouTube growth, then I did YouTube education, then I do creator economy, and I landed here on content creator legal. Some of the videos I might have done in the past may not be relevant, so you might want to just delete it, especially if you used to do reactions or you used to do a certain content and it's stale and old anyway. So this may be a wonderful opportunity for you to audit your account. So those are the 3 things you can do while you wait. Now it's up to you to decide, are you on this? Let's discuss. And then also, if you're a TikTok creator, what are you doing? Are you going to use my 3 suggestions, or do you have other plans, or you just got your popcorn out watching it? And if you are a creator, stay tuned to this account, specifically if you're interested in my very next video, when I'm going to be exposing a TikToker who got her content just ripped off verbatim, her entire script from TikTok, taken over to Instagram by another creator, and my suggestion on what you can do if you want to take those shortcuts. 5 other things you can do other than just copy someone's script verbatim, like just options, because I'm not just about the creators' rights, protecting creators' rights, but I'm also about helping you find different ways to make it out in this creator world legally without no problems, because we don't want problems. All right. Okay. In the meantime, you can watch this playlist